How are you?
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
It's been a minute. I told you, I think sometimes you're not in Uganda.
I'm always here. Okay.
You're serious?
I mean, sometimes I'm away, but even when I'm here, I think I stay at home a lot, and
You keep it to yourself.
I keep it on the low.
Let's talk about this album. The first time I see you was Sabrina's, and by then we were saying, these are the Mariah Careys of this town. These are the Whitney Houstons of this town.
Yeah.
Seeing Bebe Cool elevate to this album.
Yeah.
From all these years you've been singing and seeing him get here, what are you seeing? How do you feel you as a person who loves music?
I am so proud of him because I know it takes a lot of courage.
Yeah.
You know why I'm saying that? It's because what he's doing right now is different from what everybody is doing. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. I listened to that album before everybody else, and I couldn't get over how good it sounded, you know? And this is a dream for all of us. We want to have music that sounds that good. And so I'm proud of him for taking that bold step and going out there. Because it's scary. You know why I'm saying it's scary? The budget alone.
Not even the budget. I was going to ask you this next. Is Uganda ready for this? Are we ready? Is it the right time?
I think they're ready.
They're ready.
I think they're ready.
Because we've grown up knowing,
Yeah.
you don't make money, it doesn't bring back money. But when we saw Joshua come, we saw Elijah, we saw Azawi, we're like, okay, it looks like these people are ready for this. Now I take it
Yeah.
back to a person like Juliana.
Yeah.
Would you do an album like this before you retire?
Absolutely. What I was about to tell you is, can you imagine living your life afraid of doing something because you think people are not ready?
Or it won't make business sense?
When you listen to that album, you can tell that Bebe Cool is authentically in that space.
Yeah.
You understand?
He's ready.
He didn't have to wait for someone to tell him. It is where he is right now. And so we embrace it. And I hope many more projects from all of us, can come out.
Before I let you go, why do I have a feeling these are the albums deep down Juliana wanted to do, but at a time when he was like, Bana Uganda, Bana Abitegela.
I know.
Because if we see you from way back, you were urban, you were English, you were intentional.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, did you ever dream to do this, or do you think you'll do it in the nearby future?
So from the very beginning, there's a certain sound I've always wanted to do. But as an artist, and only an artist can understand this, as an artist, sometimes you're in a space where you either do what you feel in your soul or what the public wants.
Exactly.
What makes business
And it's painful,
sense.
yeah?
You understand? So we're talking about it here with my friends, Benon and Azawi and all that. Sometimes you want to do what you feel in your soul, but you're not sure if it's going to make business sense, if your fans are going to understand that side of you. So I've always been that kind of artist for a long time. If you remember, I started with Say It, 7 Days, that kind of sound.
Yeah, that was your line.
And it was beautiful.
But
But
we
it
still listen
didn't-
to that music now.
Exactly. It didn't make business sense. But right now, where I am right now,
And you have some money, enough money.
and I don't want to give away too much of what I'm doing, but I want you to know that where I am right now,
You had it from Juliana.
You might hear something different.
Thank you.
Cheers. Good to
It looks
see
like you've done miracles in this country today. Everyone is like, Joshua Barak is doing it. Joshua, what's that one thing you can tell people out there that, you know what, let's do this, we can get here?
Yeah, I think, as I've always said, it's all about being intentional about where you want to go. Different people want to go different places. And for me, I've always wanted to take over the world. I've always wanted to be the next Michael Jackson. And I'm always working towards that, Yeah, so, and I also have a great team around me. My managers, Lob, Bruno is representing them
So
today.
you move with Lob to the UK is always like with
Yeah,
you.
exactly. So I think also a good team helps a lot. But I would say just being intentional about what you want to do, because that will determine the sound you do, what you do with your sound, how you brand yourself, and the different things you do.
It's more like thinking outside the box.
Yes, kusalawo
But again-
n'ogamba nti kati nze njagala kino, njagala kuba wano, njagala tuuka eno. Ekyo bw'okiteeka mu mutwe n'ebyokola okuva ku music okuva ku ki nabyo bijja kyuka abantu boogezako ku reaching out to bijja kyuka
People are talking money that is expensive, it's costly.
Yeah.
We don't have money, we don't have that kind of money.
yeah, it's costly.
You didn't come off like a person who started with money.
Yes.
We saw your first song, like, hey, the song is nice, then
Yeah.
the next step.
Yeah.
How has it come? But how
Yeah.
have you made it seem? It makes it seem simple,
Yeah.
but we are not getting there yet.
Yeah, I would say it's, of course it takes money, but it doesn't take crazy money. What's important is, as I said, being intentional about your craft. Because some of these people, if for example, someone reached out to you on Instagram, someone who has nice music, I don't think you would ask them for money, would you?
No.
You would push them. So it's all about focusing on your craft and what you want to do. And a lot of these
looking for
things,
the right people.
and looking for the right people. In time, all these things fall into place. Where the money comes in is like maybe going to London. You've been to London, you know how expensive it is, being in those places and all that stuff. But that's in a later stage in your career, later stage in life. You know, when you can afford it. And a lot of musicians here can afford to go there and do all these things, you know. So
Most of your interviews, I've heard you talk about, even international interviews.
Yeah.
You talk about Elijah, you talk about
Azawi.
Azawi.
Yeah.
Why don't we see a song with them?
I have a lot of music with them, but right now we're in a very professional setting, you know.
You can't
Everything
just-
has to align. We can't just make a song and release it. Everything has to be in tune. Our teams, Elijah and Azawi are on a label, I'm on a label, so everything has to
But
come
already
together.
the music is out there.
The music is there, but everything has to be aligned. You know, at the end of the day, we're trying to do something professional.
Do you think the earlier musicians, we made a mistake of choosing the wrong team or choosing a team that didn't know what exactly the focus was?
I think they did what they did for their time, and
What they
that's why I love what Bebe is doing right now. He's trying to go out of that and build a vision, and I believe in the vision. So I think they did what they did with their time, and I would argue that Camille and Bobby and Bebe were the Joshua Barakas of that time. Because Lingala was going crazy and they came with their own sound and they diversified. But you know, times change, and I love that Bebe is trying to change with the times, you know. So
Somebody said
I think
Joshua.
they did what they did.
Somebody told me Joshua is carrying a heavy cross. It looks like he's carrying the cross alone, and like
No,
he's
the
not
truth-
having backup
the
from
truth
Uganda.
The truth is that there's a lot of amazing music out there. I was listening to a song by a guy called Uncle Ronnie and Suso Dancers. You know Uncle Ronnie,
Yeah, I
the
know
producer,
Uncle Ronnie,
with Suso Dancers. The song is called
It's beautiful.
Killer Man. Beautiful song. And there's people like that who are making amazing music. We just need to give them the ear and support them, you know. I'm lucky to be blessed enough to be in the position I'm in right now, but there's a lot of other people who can do amazing. There's a lot of other people who can do even more amazing. We just need to open our minds.
Thank you, man. Let's enjoy the album. The album is outside right now. How is coffee connected to music?
Like how music started with went into politics, and they made a big splash, and so we think, because music can give you the reach, and we feel that coffee and music is something that can work, and we're looking forward to working with the musicians that can actually promote our coffee. So imagine if Bebe Cool is having shows, all over the world, and he
like a shot, like
and he has, even has to go with coffee. He has to sell coffee, talk about coffee on the concerts that he's at. So imagine Joshua Barak. Yeah. So if Joshua Barak is moving in London and he's talking about Ugandan coffee, and So music and coffee is something that will really work, and we really want to work with some fantastic musicians that can take us overseas, that can take us.
Who are you looking at working with apart from Bebe Cool? Have you had like a list? Have you started meetings for people you're going to work with, or this is the beginning?
Joshua Barak is someone that we're looking at, someone that can take us overseas, as how he's doing it. Anybody that has that is crossing the borders, and we're also trying to find some resources where we can actually even give them money to have collabos with big stars, and also do world-class music videos. So we've already talked to some studios in America. We've working with Hemdi. Now, actually, Bebe Cool's music videos, the music videos that he did abroad in America, Hemdi and the record companies were involved. So we've.
MD is big like that in America.
Oh boy, MD is a big boy.
He was standing in UK and he was already doing
He's
this.
a big boy. MD is a big boy, and we're going to work with him because he has opportunities to get so many things. Like you see, the guys, the white guys who are in Bebe Cool's music video riding bikes, those are MD's guys. Those are his friends. Yeah.
All our way, come, let's do this.
Yeah, because he's in the industry, he can get so many things. So
He's been there for long.
yeah, so he's going to be part of us, and we're going to make sure that music and coffee, we can put our resources together and make sure that we get the musicians that can take us.
I think, Kazura, you're going to get time and do like a media tour and explain this to people, because people have failed to imagine how coffee is going to add with music.
Okay, so
The puzzle was hard for them to put together.
there are three things about coffee. So as much as we did the marathon and trying to show people, we're just, ringing a bell. Telling
the
them
beginning.
It's happening. So there are two things. Number one, the number two is we want people to plant coffee. We're gifted by nature. We're doing about 1.6, 1.7 million bags. We want to push these bags to about 5 million bags. We're getting about $1.6 billion in coffee per year. We want to move that to 5 billion. So with the coffee pack, you're able to now to do instant coffee. You're able to have the value addition. So with the music that you have, Joshua Baraka, Bebe Cool, Azawi, and all these guys, if they can take us abroad and, as much as they're performing, they're spreading the word about our coffee. When you go to cafes...
It's a global, easy marketing strategy.
Yes.
Yeah?
When you go to cafes abroad, you see in the UK, you'll find that Ugandan coffee, Brazilian coffee, Ethiopian coffee. So when we speak and say Ugandan coffee, and everybody can, start...
Had it before
Exactly.
Thank you so much, JK. My man. Listening here, Break the Chains, Baby Cool. It comes out today. It's all on platforms right now. Hajat Namyala tumanyidde okwagala abayimbi ebivulu abiwagira tebazigula. Naye njagala mubuuza direction eno gye tukutte kati eyamba etya Uganda mu club okuko.
First of all, the theme itself is so amazing. Break the chains. Break the chains, if I was to interpret it in Luganda, it would be some nasty word. But
We keep it English.
yeah, it would be some nasty word. When you break the chain, what does it mean? You're breaking the virginity. Yes. When you look at Boy Like Me, Zero Mission, you say the Baby Cool of yesterday is not the Baby Cool of today or even for the future, because you can't, the kind of style he's doing right now, it's a bit mature, international. Yes, even before he was doing it right, but I think when you've ceased from the scene, you have to come up with something different. It would look nasty and disgusting if he had come up with some other song saying nkwagala nnyo munnange wujja kasepichi jangu nkwateko munnange ate bichi ebyo those is such yeah, it will look like, oh gosh, what the hell, but now body bounce, my soul, circumference, motivation. I know you guys who are not good at listening to English songs. People will feel as if the styles are boring, but for me, I'm an English listener. When you look at the titles of the songs, they are really rocking. I think he's following the steps of Joshua Baraka, and I don't think he can still serve local. You see, you can serve the local dish, but people get tired of the local style. It's like going to bed. People get tired of one style. You have to go to English, Hindi,
try all of them.
Chinese.
Which one is your favorite on the album? So that we know the style you want.
The style,
The
motivation.
song. So you're motivated.
Yes.
As a government entity, munayongera mu sente mu music we tutuuka this level.
I think besides the copyright, the whatever crap that is happening within the music industry, I think we would give an opportunity to these guys who have changed the narrative to ensure that we service the industry with what is best. Yes, we understand the locals. Yes, we have done it the locals. We have enjoyed the locals. But what about the internationals? You see, why I like Barack, and you see the kind of style, wrong places, but it came to us, the locals, to the international, the world. So for someone who has been off the scene, yeah, this is the way to go.
Ajat Namyalo for you, and you love bounce, you love circumference. Ajat Namyalo zalonzeko. Thank you so much.
Body
By the way, nakuzino kubibulu oyimbamu. Ojja kubibulu n'oyimbamu yimbamu kamukwalo.
Banange gwe.
Motivation.
Obo bupya nnyo naawe. Mbadde sinabukuraminga. Omanyi tumala bikuraminga ne tubitegeera naye next time I will.
Wanabakula concert ojja kuba obukuti.
Body bounce. Body bounce, you know, bouncing the body, yeah? It means... anyways.
Obadde ogenzeera Ajat Namyalo.